Hey everyone, have I here bring another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, it is time for once again for another edition of Best Teams on Global. This is the March 2022 edition. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. And for those, of course, you've probably noticed that I did not do the February's version just because there wasn't much change until toward the end of February. And of course the beginning of March here, the introduction of the Super Saiyan Trunks Dokkan Festival exclusive. Now the caveat here, this is going to be a March 2022 edition that is prior to Saiyan Day, and in Saiyan Day I will probably think that's going to be a lot of changes for best teams after March 18th. So of course I'll do maybe a later one or maybe a beginning of April. We'll see how things go, but this is a pre-Saiyan Day March 2022 edition. So with that, let's go ahead and dive into all the stuff that I do in the beginning of these videos here. So number one is the term best teams is my opinion and it's purely subjective. There is no official tier list or best teams rankings from Akatsuki or Bandai. Any references or research sources will be linked in the description below. And how I build my teams and how I rank my teams, I look at a multitude of different things: leader skill, damage output, survivability, passives, SA specials, links, categories, bench, and flexibility, which I look quite a bit into. Game mode effectiveness, very important here. And recently I've added mission options and its ability to complete a lot of different missions within the game, and then overall gameplay and just the fun of it, right? So with that, when I take a look at the builds here, I'm judging, when it comes to game mode effectiveness, a multitude of different things, primarily Extreme Super Battle Road and Super Battle Road, their capabilities of doing no atom runs, their capabilities of doing as many Super Battle Roads or Extreme Super Battle Roads. Then I'm looking at the legendary fighting events here, legendary Goku, GT, and Vegeta. Then I look at other types of events, as you can see across the board. Kind of put them all together and say, okay, great, this is where the game mode effectiveness looks like. So that's pretty much how I do things. And again, if you're new to all this, definitely check out my previous videos where maybe I explain a little bit more on how I actually judge and rank things here. So prior to this video here, the last time I did a best teams video was January 2022, and this was the team rankings here. And I'll tell you what, just straight up, the top portion of things really was hard for me to make any changes. There was some increases of game mode effectiveness and some new units that were added to some of these teams here, but I don't know if it moved the needle. The rest of these rankings dramatically changed. So I'm excited to show you what those are. So first and foremost, let's talk about the first honorable mention, which one team out of this group here did fall off because there was a new addition to the top 10, and unfortunately it was Movie Bosses. This team here comes on and off, and really the only reason why this thing isn't higher is that Movie Bosses is run by, and Movie Bosses / Full Power is run by Physical Broly, which has aged very poorly and is a huge detriment to this team. However, this team does have an incredible main rotation, as you can see here. And then even at using this unit here, the game mode effectiveness definitely is a lot lower. As you can see the difference between the 8.6, 5.01, and 3 versus the 6.4, 3.002. Much more effective using this leader here. However, the Int Broly is much better overall. So so when you start looking at this team here, it can do a bunch of different things. However, I had to take somebody off, and Movie Bosses have been in and out a bunch of times, and we'll see in the JP version of the game if that AGL Turles is going to, and might know already. So this has been previously recorded from the announcement of all, but we should find out if an EZA to Broly, not Broly, to Turles is going to be right around the corner. But anyway, honorable mention here for Movie Bosses, coming off of the top 10 once again. And I did kind of cheat a little bit for the top 10, all right? So because I could not drop one of these teams off, so I did another. So sometimes I do this, I do a 10A and 10B to this here because they're very similar. It's just the leader skill prevents each other from me combining them. So Coming in at 10B is LR Full Power Frieza, which could be arguably, you know, one of the best units in the game right now, maybe even on top because of its just crushing power against Goku, right? But this team is just really lack of flexibility. It did get an increase in game mode effectiveness, being able to, of course, be the main unit that you're going to be running to complete a Super Battle Royale Planet Namek Saga, right? And I put a little asterisk there when it comes to the legendary Goku and Vegeta events, or primarily Goku events, because it just dominates that, you know, without a cord. But, you know, Infinite Dragon Ball history, not much going on there. And yes, you can run straight like a you know, Cybermen team and still probably complete a bunch of stuff here. Very strong unit, but once again, the unit in itself as a standalone unit is one of the best. However, the team in general, the bench and flexibility is just not quite there. So coming in at 10A, so you got 10B here, 10A is the team that you can then run in Full Power Frieza on fairly effectively, and that's going to be Space Traveling Warriors / Time Travelers, right? So this team here still being able to do, you know, 85414, pretty even to, you know, 944112 on game mode effectiveness. But you can just tell there's just so much more game mode or bench and flexibility, right? The main combos are amazing. The support on this team as an extreme team is stellar. You can see you can run almost a full support on this team here, but then there's even more support all over the place here. Look at all the different types of support units. You could even run some super units on here that can support. It's just simply amazing the amount of flexibility this team has. However, 8 Super Battle Roads is kind of like the minimum now, right? on the top 10. And again, great team here, but there are definitely more better teams, in my opinion, than the Space Traveling Warriors Time Travelers. So anyway, coming in at number 10A is Space Traveling Warriors with Bojack here. Oh, I failed to mention the other types of combos it can run. It can run one of my favorite, you know, very fun teams to run is the Whis and Beerus and Vados combinations. You can even run a Universal Survival Saga team as well as units. But anyway, but yeah, coming in number 10A, Space Traveling Warriors with Strength Bojack. And unfortunately, this is the top extreme team. Everything else is super class. And we know that Dokkan focuses a lot on super classes in general anyway. So coming in number 9 is probably the most arguable, I guess, because I dropped them 4 spots. And there's a reason for it, because a lot of other teams got huge upgrades, but Realm of Gods did not. Realm of Gods did not, particularly if you're going to be running the EZA Int Dokkan Festival exclusive UI Goku, right? So plus, if you're running Realm of Gods at 160 here, you're getting a little bit of slight disadvantage compared to the 170% teams that are out there. You know, 855116 is still very strong, but with the leader flexibility, bench flexibility, and main combos on here, I do have them slightly above Space Traveling Warriors. That's showing you how strong Space Traveling Warriors is. And of course, you can run, you know, these types of combinations when it comes to main combos. And then, of course, Exploding Rage and Realm of Gods with Beerus on here makes this team, the Realm of Gods team, very powerful because of the combinations you can run. You can run, you know, LR Janemba, you can run LR EZA Broly on this. But you can tell, like, you look at the game mode effectiveness. If you're running Beerus on here, 632124, not very strong here. That's why you're generally just going to be running the Realm of Gods team with the UI Goku. So coming in at number 9, again, it was top 5 and then just plummeted. Like, once again, there's just a lot of upgrades that happened between January and now on different teams, not so much on Realm of Gods. So very surprising to me, but I definitely stick to my rankings here. So coming in at number 8, actually moved up because he did this unit here did get an additional Super Battle Road capability in Joint Forces. So since it can now do 8 Super Battle Roads versus 7. Even at 7, it was on the top 10 list because of how good, of course, the leader is, and then the surrounding units on here. You know, Majin Buu Saga, there's a ton of Majin Buu Saga units you can run, but the new AGL Trunks is added on Battle of Wits, so now you can run that on this team as well. And you can even do a lot more no item runs with the team. So very, very strong, very powerful here. 855117 is super, super strong. And when you look at just, you know, a fun team that you can run, a full Vegito team here is outstanding. And of course, I think with the EZA of this guy down, you know, back in the 7-year anniversary, it's just gonna beef this fun little team up. I can't wait to use that on global when that unit EZA is here. So I have this at number 8. It did get bumped up a little bit. I think it's the right call, you know, being able to have additional game mode effectiveness and additional Infinite Dragon Ball history. I believe it went up by 1 as well. So overall, it's hard to deny LR Strength Vegito here as a top tier unit and also a top team, as it can build a quite very, very strong overall team with nice bench and game mode effectiveness. So coming in number 8, Strength LR Vegito. Coming in at number 7, the biggest jump, the biggest leap, because this team here actually ended up being off the list, and now it's on the list here, and that's Hybrid Saiyans. And of course, with the introduction of the EZA LR Trunks, and then the AGL Dokkan Festival exclusive Trunks, and the new LR Future Gohan and Future Trunks there, that is a huge upgrade, right? So that's making this team really, really strong. Additional to that, having the Super Battle Road stages when it comes to Siblings Bond on here, move this up to 9 that it can run. A little light on game mode effectiveness when it comes to missions for Fighting Legend Goku and Vegeta, but of course we all know this team can still wreck you know, those. It just can't do missions. It can still wreck the stage in of itself. The biggest issue, even though I have a strength here and bench and flexibility, because it's all Hybrid Saiyans here, it actually isn't one of the best bench and flexibility on here. So it has some good units, but not like super high tier units, right? You can do like, you know, more of a Goku team here, where you can run like LR Namek Saga Goku, and then you can maybe run like a Trunks separation. You do have some support benefits here, so it has good bench and flexibility, just not like stellar and superior like you're gonna see in the top 5 here. So that's why I have them, you know, sliding down to number 7, but still overall super good. And if you're going to be running just the Gohan here, you can run a full support team as well. So a lot of interesting different types of support units you can run, so you can definitely try that out there. But it's hard to disagree that Hybrid Saiyans / Slate Saviors is in the top 10. Some of you guys might move them up past 7. I can understand that as well, but man, it's when you talk about top 10, it's just, you know, a little bit here and there, and just once again very subjective here. So coming in number 7 is you know, coming off of the top 10 back to the top 10, but moving up really 3-4 spots, because I had him right as an honorable mention, is the Tech Ultimate Gohan in Hybrid Saiyans. So coming in number 6, still relevant in 2022, one of my favorite units of all time as team leader, because we just disregard the amazing leader skill of Gobros, and it's still going strong. So Siblings Bond and Goku's family, primarily Goku's family, giving the crazy amount of bench and flexibility, albeit yes, the HP and defense is only running at 130%. That can be problematic. However, I run these teams. I run, you know, if you guys haven't recently saw my GoBros run on Siblings Bond, I was able to know how to run that with the team that we had, with, you know, having androids on the team here, having just incredible units to know how to run SBRs. It can do 10 Super Battle Roads, and the only reason why it's not higher on the list, because it really should be being able to do 10 Super Battle Roads and know how to run a lot of them, right, is Go Bros. So it's its own worst enemy, right? It's the amazing leader skill, but that unit of itself is a huge liability on doing hard content. But 10, 5, 6, 0, 1, 7 is a huge resume. And again, if Go Bros was just better on the defensive end, you can have this team much higher, because the combination it runs is amazing here, right? You can run a Goku's fam, you can run of course this is going to be pretty weak on the HP and defensive side if it's not part of Siblings Bond. You can run, once again, one of my favorite combos here. You have that Android LR androids on here that's just so beneficial on SBR. And then even a full support team, dude. The supports on Siblings Bond and Goku's family primarily, is just outstanding. So just know Go Bros is still relevant in 2022, in March of 2022, and hopefully continues to do so until his EZA, which will probably come this year. So, and we'll continue on with my praise of one of my favorite units of all time. Go Bros coming in number 6, Siblings Bond and Goku's family. All right, coming in number 5. So this one, I could have put this team here at number 7, and then traded up Hybrid Saiyans to go into the number 5 spot. But the only reason why I put this team here in the number 5 spot is probably recency bias, and I've just been playing with this team a lot more than anything else, just kind of testing it out. And it's a great team, and that's the brand new AGL Trunks here. So the brand new AGL Trunks in Trust to Will Android Cell Saga has decent bunch of flexibility. You can kind of see here you're running like Super Vegeta on the bench, and even Heart Virus Goku on the bench if you're not running maybe Super Battle Roads or things of that nature. But you look at this overall team, has some really strong capabilities. Game mode effectiveness is quite strong, 95610 right off the bat. Now, it's very rare that you have a brand new unit that just jumps off with a bunch of game mode effectiveness. I don't remember the last time it had 9 Super Battle Roads capability from a new unit, so or a new Dokkan Festival TUR. So it's been a while, and we're gonna see a lot more. However, this team here has just been really fun. So you can run primarily like a Hybrid Saiyans team. So this is all Hybrid Saiyans here. That's why you're running the Trunks as your support. Or you can kind of trade it up here. Now you can run like MUI Goku because of Entrusted Will, and UI Goku as a combination, which is a fantastic combination. You can run Super Saiyan Namek Goku with Gohan there again, and then you can run the Trunks as secondary floaters, right? So amazing. The biggest issue with this that I was like, okay, should I just drop them because of this, is lack of support versus like the Hybrid Saiyans team, where there's a lot more support. So for me, it was interchangeable. It was like, okay, do I put them at 5 or number 7? One of the two goes in there, kind of Go Bros in between the two there. I was having the tough decision to go with that. So I'm gonna leave them where they are now. It might change, of course, next month to month and next month here, but being able to have this bench of flexibility, run some extreme units as well, is kind of fun to do. So you can run this Android Cell Saga team on here. Of course, the Trunks doesn't link up very well with anyone on here, but of course you can bring the Cell as another Android Cell Saga leader here, which I didn't do a full slide on there. So, but anyway, come in number 5, which is probably one of the best debuts of any TURs, even LRs, coming in the top 10. And that is the AGL Trunks with Entrusted Will and Android Cell Saga. All right. So that is top 5. Let's go ahead. The rest of the top 4 pretty much stays the same. I'll quickly go through the rest of this here. So number 4, coming number 4 is Super Saiyans with Legendary existing here with LR Namek Goku. You did have the opportunity, to be able to run, Namek Goku. So Namek Goku, anytime you see like this Super Saiyan versus this Super Saiyan, if you don't have Namek Goku on like other teams, not on this team here because you're running him as a leader, you can substitute the Namek Goku on here. But you're talking about just incredible teams. Look at this nonsense here. I have Namek Goku, LR Namek Goku as the main rotation, and I'm reserved to put in LR Super Vegeta and LR Super Gogeta as floaters, right? Like how crazy is the bench excuse me, the bench flexibility on there. Yes, it's only 855016. And the reason why I have this above is just the quality of units on this team is just a level above kind of everyone else. And even though game mode effectiveness is slightly lower than, you know, I'd love to see them at like 9 would be a great number. But right there at the minimum at 8 for them to, you know, be up here in the top 5 here, and it's hard to disagree because you're able to run so many powerful units here. You know, for example, if you don't want to run the Namek Goku on both rotations, here's where you can put Super Gogeta, Super Vegito on the right rotation as a main rotation, which is a fantastic rotation, or you can run like different combinations, right? You know, so Super Vegeta, you know, Vegeta there. You can run the Goku and hit combination there, which is super strong. Or you can oops, why do I have the two of the same here? That's kind of weird. But anyway, this Super Saiyan's coming at number 4. I think some of you guys maybe move them in the top 3, but I think the top 3 is holding strong right now, and hard to argue with that. So standalone, you can definitely say like one best team here, the Super Saiyan team. It could be like the best team as a one team if you don't look at like bench and flexibility and stuff like that. So anyway, come in number 4, LR Int Namek Saga Goku, Super Saiyan Namek Saga Goku. Come in number 3, like I said, everything's the same here, is Kamehameha. Kamehameha, as long as this is the Goku show, right? Kamehameha is always going to be strong. It did get an extra boost in Infinite Dragon Ball history, so now you're able to do 8 Infinite Dragon Ball history. This is probably one of the best resumes you can run on game mode effectiveness using the AGL Gohan here, right? LR Gohan, 11 Super Battle Roads, 5 Extreme Super Battle Roads, 701, and 8. Super strong here. Same combinations that you can see with the Super Saiyans, right? So very similar combinations. Light on the support, right? Light on the support, but of course being able to have more game mode effectiveness and a little bit lack of support, we're okay with that. And of course you do have a secondary leader in the boys. So Gifted Warriors, on top of Kamehameha, you can definitely run even stronger teams here. You can even run a full power Frieza on Gifted Warriors here. So very interesting combinations. However, you can only do 7-3, 3026 on game mode effectiveness, which is nowhere near 11.5, 701, 8. So that resume is super strong. But combined together, Kamehameha, top 3, without a doubt. I would say top 3 through 1 interchangeable. It's going to be your preference on there. So coming in at number 2, still I've combined Universal Survival Saga and Representatives Universe 7 together. I still done that. A lot of you guys said you guys should separate it because they're different. Representative Universe 7 really doesn't deserve to be in the top 3 because of, you know, the bench and flexibility, but Universal Survivor Saga absolutely does. But now you're running Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken as a leader. I understand all that, right? But 10-6, 7-1, 7, super strong when it comes to the resume here. But then when you're looking at other teams here, for example, if you're running the Evolution Vegeta's 10-6, 5, 1, 3, 5, again, very strong. And when you're running these top units as leaders, you're getting some strong flexibility here, right? So the reason why this is going to be at number 2 over like Kamehameha is leader skill flexibility. You do have Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, you do have the Vegeta here, you have MUI Goku. It's just like top tier leaders across the board. Right, it's just amazing, the different teams you can run, the combinations you can run. So 7-5-5-1-1 7 when it comes to game mode effects abilities for MUI Goku, which is a lot lighter than the Evolution Vegeta, and then of course Friku's super strong, right? So 177%, which is still on global the highest leader skill you can run. Yes, on JP that has changed, but on global right now, 177 is still number 1 on top. So so you gotta have to give Representative Universe 7 and Universal Survival Saga its props, and they come in at the number 2 spot. Definitely understand you want to drop them a little bit lower over Kamehameha, but I'm just going to keep them where it is for now. Comment number 1 still stays the same here. Yes, I understand 644035 is a very, very weak game mode effectiveness with Super Vegeta as the main leader when it comes to 170%. However, you do have secondary, right? All these other teams that have secondary leader skills on here. You're 10-6-6-0-3-6 on game mode effectiveness on the transforming Vegeta, and then 11-7-6. So this one here rivals, if not better, than, because it can do 7 Extreme Super Battle Roads, than Kamehameha here. Yes, you're only running at 130% attack, but you're running at HP and defense at 170%. So these 3 leaders here, that's where Pure Saiyans, and I was like, the only thing that's missing is 170% attack leader, and we have one here. And yes, it's not as effective as the other ones when it comes to game mode, but I do combine everything together, and it has the best bench and flexibility of the game. It's bar none, right? Pure Saiyans is the best bench. The combinations is endless, right? Endless combinations, right? So you can go this here, so you can run Vegeta, you can run, of course, Goku, you can run GT, you can run Broly, you can run a bunch of different stuff on here, right? So Kalen Caulifla, you can run some random combination like Bardock and EZA, EZA Majin Vegeta. Crazy stuff, right? So I've had some arguments here because of game mode effectiveness is so weak on Vegeta. I understand that, but the bench is so strong. And like I said, you have these secondary leaders that are doing a ton of game mode effectiveness. I still think Pure Saiyans is the #1 spot, and it's going to be hard to dethrone them. However, you know the 7-year anniversary is going to definitely do that. So we'll give Pure Saiyans a shine, and of course, when it comes to Saiyan Day coming around the corner, they should get also another boost, especially this guy here, if Global gets his EZA as well. So that's what I'm concerned with, boys and girls. If Global gets the Global Shaft and we don't get this EZA at the same time as JP does. But if that happens, you're going to have 170% across the board on Pure Saiyans here, and it's undoubtedly with 11-7-6-1-4-6 and World Tournament on here, undoubtedly they're going to stay #1 for quite some time. So coming in at #1, Pure Saiyans once again. Let's go ahead and do the summary here for best teams in March. So the coming #1 is Pure Saiyans, #2 Universal Survivor Saga / Representative Universe 7. Then you have Kamehameha Gifted Warriors. Then you have Super Saiyan Legendary Existence. Then you have Entrusted Will and Android Cell Saga. Then you have the Go Bros and Siblings Bond and Goku's Family. Then you have Hybrid Saiyans / Saviors. Then you have the Primary of Majin Buu Saga / Battle Wits. Then you have Realm of Gods. If you're running Beerus, you're having the Exploding Rage as well. And then A and B separating for Frieza and for Space Traveling Warriors and Sworn Enemies there. Dynamic Saga. That's going to be 10A, 10B. So there you have it. Agree, disagree. Let me know in the comment section below if you think my list is correct, incorrect. Love to have the discussion. Once again, be constructive. Don't say your list sucks. Okay, tell me why. I'm always open to defending my my arguments and defending my list. So defend yours, right? And I'll be more than happy to discuss with you in the comment section below. So with that, hopefully you guys enjoyed another edition of Best Teams on Global. And if you are new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning, and we'll catch you next time. Later.